Hi, I'm John Kingston, the editor-at-large at FreightWaves, and I'm here at the SmartDrive Users Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, to talk to Jason Palmer, the COO of SmartDrive. We're talking about using data to improve a fleet's efficiency and bottom lines. Where have you gone, though, from just sort of capturing video, capturing things out there, to capturing a ream of data that can be used in other applications?
Well, I think, the thing that's unique about SmartDrive is not just that our service has the camera component, but really our driving analysts make all the difference. And so once we have our algorithms that are constantly running in the vehicle to capture these video events, but along with that, all of the telematics information that's in the vehicle, we send that to a driving analyst. The driving analyst then analyzes that information and then adds these extra observations like, did the driver merge safely into traffic? And having that extra context and then being able to leverage that for things like a driver performance profile is really what sets us apart from something that's just providing heartbreaking events.
So let's pretend I'm a customer, but what are some of the efficiency data, what is some of the efficiency data and information that you can give me that I might be able to turn around and make a better run company?
What we noticed in the industry is we started to sit down with customers and understand, how do you make this information actionable? It's not just, hey, let's stream all this data coming from the vehicle to the operator so that they can take action and we'll let them figure it out. We pride ourselves on working to be driver-centric versus kind of vehicle-centric.
I'm going to try to pin you down on some numbers. I mean, the value proposition of smart drives, how much is it efficiency and how much it is safety?
Certainly our core business is around safety, and so that's our primary value proposition. But as we look at the opportunity around fuel, whether that's idling, or we found that speeding is actually one of the places where drivers are wasting even more fuel. The other component, we've developed some functionality around routes, making sure that they're sticking to the defined route and not going too far outside of it.
Well, let's talk about the capabilities. You're known primarily as the camera company, but the length of an idle, for example, that's data that doesn't really need a camera to get picked up. How are you integrating that ability in with everything else?
I think for us, people think of us as a camera company, but we really consider ourselves to be an analytics company. And it's how you present the analytics in an actionable way and the workflow that goes with that is really what sets us apart.
Can you give us an example of data that maybe you don't gather now, but when you look forward, you think, boy, I really want us to get this data?
Well, I think that the big difference that we're going to see from SmartDrive and as we start to apply some of these newer technologies like computer vision and machine learning is rather than just having the video stream come in, we're actually using computer vision both in the vehicle and on the back end to be able to extract data elements to be able to better understand what's happening outside the vehicle. And
how does the cooperative relationship between SmartDrive and an insurance company work?
Well, there's a lot of different relationships, but a common one is a lot of the insurance companies now are starting to subsidize our service because they know that having that video most of the time is going to be able to help them during the litigation process and in reducing those claims.
There are some very disconcerting statistics about mortality on the roads. A lot of people are blaming that on increased driver distraction because of cell phones. Are your cameras capturing a tougher landscape for drivers these days?
We see a big increase in sideswipe collisions, and I think a lot of what we see from that, and with SmartDrive we do have a lot of vehicles that have blind spot cameras so we can see down the side of the vehicle. And what we see in some of those vehicles is you can see that driver on their cell phone and they drift into our trailer and then we capture that event.
I'm thinking that this must be very valuable in litigation.
Oh, absolutely, and I think that's why we're seeing a really large uptick in the number of fleets that are going from just our 1 or 2 camera system to now they're adding these side cameras.
Jason Palmer, the Chief Operating Officer of SmartDrive. I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm John Kingston, the Editor-at-Large of FreightWaves. Join us again.